came upon Jamaica 3 months after you opened. 3 months.
Yes, and I agree with you, but I also feel, just to understand it a little bit, because I know you have the knowledge. It takes time to do the work that JP ought to have done. To face their putting up transformers, ensuring that the power plant that is on our site does not go blank to affect the wider communities. So they had to order, put in place 7 different locations for transformer plant. They are on site right now. They have confirmed that being back on site by the end of this month, going into the first week of next month, all the clients will be able to have a certification to go and access electricity. Remember also, okay.
They will hold on. Let us get that clear. By the end of the month, what will happen?
Going into the first week of next month,
Uh-huh.
the APS would have powered the plant, the campus, to allow clients to have access to electricity. And remember now,
Uh-huh.
clients that have been sitting on the side that has not completed their build out
Uh-huh.
cannot have the facility to have JPS connect unless they do their build out. JPS come and sanction that whatever they have done is fit and proper to give them certification to hook up to the electricity.
And how many?
So we have been pleading with our clients that have signed lease agreement and has not started the build out period to start that now. That should have started long time ago.
How many such clients do you have, Mr. Shirley?
Okay, we have 16 such clients that have signed a lease and have not started their build out period.
And how many units do you have in all?
We have 81 units in all. 63 units have been assigned. 18 is in negotiation. And after that 18, after 63, 15 are standalone buildings that are occupied by government entities. Right?
And
where a lot of the clients, 16 of the clients also had commenced and almost completed their built-out period.
And where water is concerned, what has been the holdup?
Again, this is misinformation because water was always on the site. 7 days ago, China Harbor Tech went to disconnect the lines that were constructed and given to them under the construction to now align it with a metering system from NWC. Right? In doing that transfer, many pipes had to be redirected. And also, based on our clients' demand, instead of having one major water supply unit, we are giving each client their own metering system. Right? NWC, who we have been working with, I must say they have been very supportive of everything on the site. And on that site, you must also remember that we have a water supply unit that also supplies 22 different units from some of the wells that we have on the site. Again, most of the piping had to be reconnected, redirected based off the construction. And they are on site presently to ensure that today water will come back on the site, having done the adjustment to the lines that Czech would have disconnected due to the construction arrangements.
Have you heard from the Prime Minister since the story broke, Mr. Shirley?
The Prime Minister has always been communicating with us.
No, I'm talking since this story broke this morning.
I sent him the message. He had WhatsApp me to say, he had called me to say that we are to be on top of things. And
blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this Tuesday evening, Marathon Tuesday, you know, man. Hallelujah. What a Tuesday. Welcome to Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like the channel, and share it with someone in your contact. I would really love if you would share the channel with everybody in your contact. We are building out a studio, people, so we're taking time because we think that we are here long enough in this space where we should build out a studio that we can get very comfortable and have everything at our disposal like what we have in Jamaica. So we're going to establish a studio here and have one there, and anywhere we stay longer than 3 weeks and intend to return, then we must put in the facilities that when we are in these spaces, because we intend to be in these spaces more than once per year. Yeah, man, definitely. So please like, share, and subscribe. The thumbs up button is what you press to like. Ah, boy. I want to say good evening to everybody in the chat room. Port Antonio Hospital, good evening. It was good news for me to learn that Port Antonio Hospital now have its own pediatrician. Remember, it's something that I've been calling for. And I am happy to get that information that the Port Antonio Hospital now have its own pediatrician. The children of Portland now have a children doctor in the public space at the Port Antonio Hospital. My understanding is that we're still seeking for a general surgeon to take on that aspect because, you know, something came to my mind this morning that I need to do something for the Port Antonio Hospital. Louis Culture, step up.
Tell them to try pre-wee, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-wee, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV. Louis Culture say it once and we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus badge where we rip off. Subscribe, share. Portland Spice TV is here. Woo!
Yes, Gangali. Tell them for me. Don't try pre-way. Just subscribe to Portland Spice TV. Ah, yes, yes, yes. So I was saying that something came to me this morning, and I need some assistance to get a piece of equipment for the Port Antonio Hospital. But in due time, we'll have that discussion, and I'll tell you about what I'm thinking to get for the hospital. And the people of Portland deserves, at a minimum, a type B facility. So we get the pediatrician. I think the next thing we need to get now is the, what them call the surgeon there again? Orthopedic surgeon. They were deal with broken bones and them thing there. Yeah. And we have a gynecologist. So we just need an orthopedic surgeon and the general surgeon permanent on staff. And we should look in good way. I think we have an internist, somebody who was with us before went back to do further studies and is back now with us. I want to say welcome back, Dr. Barrett. Good evening to you. Welcome back to the Port Antonio Hospital. Happy to have you. Yeah, man. So, things looking up at the Port Antonio Hospital. We need some machines, some diagnostic machines in the hospital. And it is my intention here at Portland Spice TV to take on one such project to at least get one of them machine there in the Port Antonio Hospital. You know, I really felt good that my advocacy, I've seen one of our subscribers purchasing a house in Portland and intend to come and reside in Portland because of what we've been talking about Portland. The man come to Portland, find a place, love it, respect. So we're welcoming everybody to Portland. We have land. Whole heap of land there. If you have your money, can buy. Some of the land them expensive though. And I tell you no lie. But Portland is peaceful. Portland is beautiful. And we want to make sure that we fix up the hospital, that we can provide quality health care to our citizens in Portland. MP, good evening. You need to be a part of the Port Antonio Hospital. I doctor too. I don't know. We don't have that yet. There are doctors in Portland. And maybe we could engage somebody to do a clinic at the hospital on a regular basis. We have to try. So, yesterday I tell you, say, I have to go back. I thought of living in Portland though. I am a city girl. Well, Portland is not city. Portland is green, lush vegetation, beautiful beach, shallow rivers, beautiful beaches, shallow rivers, the home of Jerk, the home of the highest peak of the Blue Mountain, home of 2 maroon settlements, home of World Heritage Site, Blue and Drancro Mountain, home of the Blue Lagoon, home of Reach Falls, Somerset Falls, Scatterwater Falls, Nanny Falls, to name a few, home of Nonsuch Cave, home of the Titchfield Peninsula, home of Navy Island. So much things about Portland. Rich history. The war between the Maroons and the English, led by a female warrior, Jamaica's only national heroine, Nanny of the Maroons. And we're calling on the government of Jamaica that you need to initiate the filming of that movie, the war, the Maroon War versus the English. That could be a major film coming out of Jamaica. But we need vision. You know, there's something that I must address. I start playing the clip with Cliff Hughes and Littleton Shirley. I never know of the PNP cutting ribbon to open a facility without electricity. Cutting ribbon to open a facility that water is critical to the running of the facility without water connected to the facility. When the Prime Minister cut ribbon for a facility, or when a Prime Minister, that facility must be ready for occupancy. And Littleton, surely you lied to the people of Jamaica about you opening it because it will take 3 months for the people them build out and start operation. It's 10 months now. And current not in there. Water not in there. And I'm still waiting to get me some information about Still waiting to get me some information about the urban center. Because I'm working on it. Tom drunk, but Tom no fool. You can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. When you go to St. Thomas with an election ploy, open urban center, even tell lie. That is a government project. No, we heard Littleton Shirley in the interview yesterday saying that it's a private sector project. Yeah? When is it that you're not going to stop lying to the people and then talk about waging war against misinformation? Or not going to wage war against yourself? Dennis Brown says, sitting here watching fools fight themselves. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Wagwan. Yeah, man. Where is the partner?
Yeah, I ask you something.
Yeah.
When you had to make up, you had to planning, like if you want to work my business or so, you have to do a feasible study.
Most definitely. Yes.
So a true politics that the man a blunder.
None of them were real businessmen before politics, you know. Check them out. They are career politicians. So them never understand business before them go into politics. So them are learned on the job. That's why so many mistakes are being made.
So them so eager to fool the people, them say, about something I go on. So them will my whole urban center.
All 3 times and cut ribbon for one place.
Right. And them now have no tenant and no investor to go into them.
I am calling, you see, calling on the opposition to keep this one under wraps, because some of the things we need to look at is what is it that the government is going to pay for the courthouse. Because I heard Rosemary Shaw in the parliament ask Delroy Chuck what the court's going to pay for rent. And Delroy Chuck told her that the government going to buy the courthouse. We want to know early how much the government planning to pay for it. Because we see where they were asking the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation for $10.3 million a month. Who the hell can pay that?
Then they better than stay which part them wants.
But which part them did them are pay less than $300,000 a month?
Yeah, so I better them stay because them, I think them maybe can afford it there. So they then go there with urban center, they can afford it.
Oh,
that the little municipal place can you don't have much business to pay them the kind of money.
Listen, maybe under the KCMC or maybe Portmore Municipal Corporation might depend on the island we could have paid that the kind of rent and still do any business at all. You understand? But it shows shows you the plans of the urban center. The plan of the urban center is to enrich some people. And some people might have them kickback to get on the side somewhere around the corner.
They have been fools and the economy good.
Yeah, man. Lie to themselves.
Yeah, so they make back their money.
Yeah. Where the hell parish council can get $10.3 million for pay rent? Then what would be spent on the people?
Like municipal in a center must can make them the money there.
Listen, man, you know, you're willing to tell you how much the things them would have to be raised by for them the kind of money they make.
The economy not good in that center must make them the money.
It's madness.
So you run you want vote, you run go open a place without water, light, right? And right now, me hear China, but say them you know, they can't tell when them will finish the place. Or we come up. Mr. Lee, you want the money, you know.
You better know that. You better know that. Wanting money.
NCB want the money.
Someone in government has a payday from the urban center. Otherwise, they would never make that stupid move.
But I know when I'm talk about one down next door, you there, St. Mary.
No, man, right at me.
And
Them a bill one of Brian's Bay. After me tell them $1 million at one time, say no build no urban center of Portland. Develop the East Harbor so we can accommodate the mega line cruise ships. Yeah? That's what we want in Port Antonio. That people can start earn a living. That urban center is a white elephant they're building down there. It's not going to create no new jobs. Because even when they put the government sectors down there, NIS, NHT, them that are Port Antonio already. So the employees are there already. Yeah? It's not a new business that.
No, but if the economy was good enough, my time, where business are open up, you know, so long as the economy good and money can make.
That's why I tell them, say, do the East Harbor, that will create a good 800 jobs. 900 jobs in Port Antonio, if not 1,000. When you check all the spin-off and everything, that would have created some economic movements in Port Antonio. The urban center now will create no economic movements.
So the government could not show the money behind the attraction them in Portland.
No, you see, the attraction, what you need is the East Harbor to bring the tourists in. And then the attraction, people who own the attraction, if they see that kind of development, they would be able to improve on the attractions in Portland. So that when the ships come now, you know, say, I'll get some business. But what happens is that no business that are Portland, so the attraction, them run down.
Oh, because you know what? The government now, in the local people, and now putting money behind the local people. A big net man, them, he might plan all the business for.
Yeah. 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 So, joke, my brother. But I hope the people them open their eyes and see.
So you believe a majority of the people, then, which is the wealth. Then all your economy are going to turn around. For just a few little people who have money.
For the rich man, capitalists.
Hey. So the country are better when you leave out all the majority, which is the local people. And then if you use and build the country, you know.
That's why they don't want to develop the culture and the creative industry, because small people will get big. And this Labour Party don't want to see small people get big. That's why they give them $20,000 for vote back for them and put them in a power. $20,000 you get paid for suffer for 5 years.
Yeah, the solidarity thing I go and see when them buy votes here for the 2027 election.
It was supposed to be before the election, brother. It was launched before the election, you know.
Yeah, and them hold it now.
Them never move on it proper. Yeah. But we're going to run and take our next call here. Big up yourself.
Yes, my brother.
One love. 876-804-7072. Why is it that water policemen want to charge boatmen who operate their boats between Blue Lagoon and Pelou Island? Why is it that police have stopped boatmen from sailing boat per sea? Hey! Calling the commissioner of police, calling the senior superintendent in Port Antonio, the head of the Portland police. Why is it that police a stop man for sailboat between Blue Lagoon and Pelou Island? What the law say about it? is that legal actions been done by the police. Well, I tell the boatman them, you know, what information I get. Yeah? My information is that the judge tell them, say, where them are doing no legal. Because Blue Lagoon is not a harbor and Pelu Island is not a harbor. That are the information I get. So there's no legal authority to stop the boatman and to sail them boat from around a Blue Lagoon, go down to Pelu Island. And carry 2 people go over Pelu Island and earn a little thing. Hey! Somebody a play God. Somebody a play God. Hey! All a transfer. Hey, tell her. If the police them don't arrest the man, them or charge them getting a problem. What can go so? What can go so? Police, we don't know if the answer to no authority, we are no police. Here? Don't. The sea, man, them a sail at them boat and I carry 2 people, earn a living to take care of them family. And somebody is trying to stop them. Not the government, you know. Somebody. It's not the government that try to stop them. As somebody who believes that they are everybody and them are one somebody. But God and time. God and time. I tell you no. No man can no more than time, you know. But also remember that the sins of the parents and the grandparents fall on the 3rd and the 4th generation. So mine do not call down destruction for no grandpicnic or no great grandpicnic. No careful what I do to poor people. Who no alone can't live. People make the world go round. So when you not go on like say, you know bull buck and dopey conqueror. And so you go. And so you go, man. Me have to eat a food. Yeah? The boatman them have to eat a food too. You have to eat a food. Talk to the man them, man. If you have a problem with the man them, they not behave. Tell them behave themselves. Talk to them. Not stop them. Can't stop them food, man. Them family, a suffer man used to make 200,000-300,000 a week. Now in barely can make 30,000. Eh? Colin, you need to go look for that clip which George Doppybat Davis was saying about the urban center 10 months ago. When did he say about it? I don't remember. 876-804-7072. I'll take a call or two. What was he saying? I don't remember. I don't remember everything now. I have to remind me some of the things them. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, sir, Colin. Good evening. Good evening to the viewers as well.
Blessings.
Bless up the platform. You mentioned something about Mr. Shirley and a statement you made in regards to the complex.
The urban center.
But yes, but my thing is this: how convenient was it for him to allow Andrew Honest to act as if and deceive us into thinking that this was a government project?
Brother, he
But as
never
soon as
allow Andrew to do nothing. Andrew know exactly what Andrew was doing. Andrew is not innocent to this.
well, me I agree with you, and him have to take some of the blame to why because them had the thing, but when Andrew got there and said that, he never corrected him.
Brother, you think
So
Littleton
him
Shirley, hold on, you think Littleton Shirley could have make Andrew Wallace come out a good year and no know say things never ready? Manuel, I know say things never ready, man.
Me know what me I say is this: they make him take credit when things they look sweet.
Yes.
But when things get sour now, them a take the blame.
They might try save him.
Them a try steal the blame from him, so them a try protect him.
Those are good friends.
Me I try show you.
Those are good friends. Those are good. That's what friends does for friends. Yeah.
I know that the observation they may have still.
No, but it's a solid observation. The man a cover the prime minister. The man a cover the prime minister properly.
God.
Can't throw the prime minister under the bus. You have to run under there, make your head. Tell her.
All right, boss.
Bless up. No, your observation spot on, bro. Spot on. Lord. Then your master use, no? Have you spoken to the prime minister since this broke? You think it surprised the prime minister? We are going to be joined by Caribbean Radio HD this evening. Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. I'm going to make certain I click the button already. I'm now wait till 6 o'clock if you click the button like last week because, you know, life not easy. You set up everything already. And I said, I'm not ready for press play yet, man. I have time. And when you check and when you're supposed to be on, you realize you're not on and you never press play. Big up yourself, bro, Gary. Yes, my people. Foot and mouth disease catching these people. JUTC, them say I lose money.
Ease utility-related dependencies.
He's out, Mr. Hughes. He's out. He's out. He's out. It's a whole heap of things, you know. A bag of things, a crocodile. Where were you yesterday evening? Where were you yesterday evening? Stretch out your hand. Eh? Where did you yesterday evening? Nevio.
You're not pressing my button.
No, I'm not press your button. I press the button on the mixer now. I press the button on the mixer and let you in.
I were right here yesterday, man. Even when you look at people, they have like an internet issue.
Yes.
I were listening on the
Whole
program.
heap of internet issue yesterday.
Eh?
A lot of internet issues yesterday.
Yeah, man, I realize it, man. But I were here listening everything, man.
But you couldn't you couldn't challenge Mr. Hughes. Eh?
Mr. Bell.
You couldn't challenge Mr. Hughes yesterday. If I didn't miss it, you'd have challenged me, don't.
I noticed yesterday Cliff Hughes was darling, man. The man
Cliff Hughes can't be with darling. Cliff Hughes know the right and do it not. That's why Cliff Hughes has been flagged with many stripes. Because he know the right.
Yes.
Cliff Hughes is well trained as a journalist.
Yes.
But Cliff Hughes have been used and abused
Anyway, I don't call this evening to discuss the interview and Cliff Hughes and Mr.
I
Sherry.
know you wouldn't. You wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. You can't.
But God, man, I call because I heard you in your opening comments asking for assistance for the Port Antonio Hospital, which is very nice of you. And you always doing these things to help the parish of
No, Port
Portland.
Antonio Hospital
But
is my responsibility. No, one of my
Yeah, man.
responsibilities.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate that, man. But where I have a little issue, all of a sudden now, the same hospital up to 2 years ago, a year ago, you wish you were saying things were deteriorating. All of a sudden now, things looking good and things
Now,
in
hold on.
dice for the
If you remember what I said about the hospital, on the
Mhm.
stage in Buff Bay, I said the
Yes.
Port Antonio Hospital is one of the cleanest hospitals on the island.
Yes.
However, we are not
Uh-huh.
offering the amount of services that I want to see being offered for the people of Portland. For years, I've been calling for a pediatrician to be assigned to the Port Antonio Hospital full time. And I just get the report that one is now in place. Very happy.
And I must tell you this, since we're on the hospital, a urologist, you need to campaign for that, because the men in Portland have to travel way over to St. Anne.
At one time, we had one of the best urologists on the island, you know.
You serious?
At Port Antonio Hospital? Yeah, man. We had a brethren there come from Swift River named Mr. Dr. Oh, God, Dr. Tick Brown, man there.
Yes.
He was one of the top urologists. In fact, he was one of the top urologists in the U.S. And he came back home and was offered Mr. Abramwell, him name. I would have, maybe my mother could have reminded me, because my mother used to work with him.
Where one in Portland, because the men in Portland have to travel way down to St. Anne.
Yes,
and
man.
It kind of crowded for them, and some of these men just can't afford it. Just can't afford it. So you must campaign to see if you can get one, because the parish of Portland and St. Anne and St. Mary don't have a urologist who's work.
No, they are not a bit.
No, they hard have to go to St. Anne.
Oh, wow.
They hard have to go to St. Anne. You understand me? And St. Anne is overcrowded.
Somebody's reminding me, Dr. Bramfield. And Bramfield, him the name? Oh, man. I'm going to message my mother and ask my mother. Because my mother used to work with him. I don't remember his name. In fact, at one time we gave him an award, you know. When I was running Channel 12, we gave him an award because this man was working for free.
Yes. So,
Mother, what was the name of the urologist that was at the Port Antonio Hospital? The one who used to work alongside. Remind me of his name. Yeah, my mother was the operating theater technician at the Port Antonio Hospital, you know. Swift River him come from.
Anyway, Colin, you know, I have no food package down at your MP office. Can give me two and put on a pack this evening.
My MP, they're too far from you, man. My MP, they're East Portland. All right, brother. Blessings. Blessings.
Yes.
People who realize never don't want to talk about the urban center. Never don't want to talk about the urban center. You see, when you know the truth, you know, and you hide it, and you have a conscience, because, you know, there's a saying that says, train up the child in the way he should grow, that when they grow old, they will not depart from it. So, I guess some people have to come back to the truth. I wonder if he talk about it today. I wonder if he spoke about it today, because, you know, how them stay, you know. Something wrong and them come out and talk about it, but them talk about it one day and left it. Hide it. Now talk about it. Hey. Hey. Hear me now, though, people. Let me go to some of the things them, you know. I know we're going to have to touch them again. But let's start. Obi was bigging up Desmond the other day. Listen to Desmond Mackenzie.
The JUTC, for the first time in many years, has made a profit. Them the one we talk about.
I wish part that did there.
The Jamaica Urban Transit Company is projecting a record $18 billion in operating losses before the government's subsidy by the end of the fiscal year in March. The government will be covering some of these losses with a subsidy of $11.1 billion, resulting in a projected loss of $7.7 billion. These losses
the JUTC
expenses
for the first time
$10.7 billion.
In many
These expenses
years
are projected to surge to $17 billion during the next fiscal year. Figures are found in the Jamaica Public Body's estimates of revenue and expenditure for the year ended March 31. The cost of servicing the country's The
JUTC, for the first time in many years, has made a profit. Them the one we talk about.
Are these Jamaican people vote for? Marshy.
Hey.
The JUTC, for the first time in many years, has made a profit. Them the one we talk about.
Sometimes they take bad something make laugh, you know. Now, our brethren there, where them charged to the murder of his wife, Sylvia.
Yes.
Now, him admit. So, where me concern, argument done. If you do the crime,
you must do the time. You must do the time. Yeah, man, do the time.
Yes, right. Yeah.
But
when a man,
me still I wonder about some of our brethren
like
there.
there, you know.
Hold on. You know, so we have some brethren that say no do it.
Yes, yes.
Me don't understand what they talk about.
Whereas me concern argument done.
How you mean?
The man said do it.
Yes.
The man said do it. So
and I believe the full force of the law must be dished out to him.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Spare nothing.
But my take on the whole thing, anybody who commit things like murder, you know, then try to tell a lie to get out of it, you know. But why you think Sylvia couldn't try to tell a lie? Andrew Wellness and Desmond Mackenzie and the rest of the labor, right? Them tell out all the lies. So no lie, no left, you know, brethren.
Where's the lie, no left? Hold on.
JUTC, for the first time in many years, has made a profit. Them the one we talk about.
Pull up. Make Desmond tell that one.
The JUTC, for the first time in many years, has made a profit. Them the one we talk.
Tell them to try pre-wee. Big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-wee. Big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV. Louis Culture said it once, and I say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus bench.
The JUTC, for the first time in many years, has made a profit.
Come down, Desmond. Come down. Talk to me, man.
Yes, man. Because, hear me now. As somebody who play music, you know.
Yes.
But I know one of Desmond's favorite artists, you know.
Who that?
Ellen Reddy, you know. Ellen Reddy.
Which Ellen Reddy? I'm favorite Ellen Reddy.
The late Ellen Reddy.
No.
Those song.
Which one are they song?
Tell me a lie. Tell me a lie. Tell me a lie. Let me think it's true.
Yes. Ellen Reddy people. Ellen Reddy, I'm a big singer, you know. I can't say goodbye to you no matter how hard I try. You're just a part of me. Without you, I would die. deep in the heart of me.
Leaving a part of
Tell
me.
her. You know that
Let me
you and
tell you.
I were meant to be forever. I can't. Yeah, man, talk to me.
Hey, you can't go in that shoot Anthony Miller out in trouble you.
Sure. I cry.
Yes, man. No, man. The one, hey, the lie that did boast, yeah, listen, me, man, tell you, the lie that did boast with that man tell him. Someone lose profit like, whoa.
Listen how much profit the
and
king.
Then,
listen,
this thing, dancing.
And last year he said it, you know. Leading up to the election, you know. Listen, people, listen how much money JUTC lose. Listen.
The Jamaica Urban Transit Company is projecting a record $18 billion in operating losses before the government's subsidy by the end of the fiscal year in March. The government will be covering some of these losses with a subsidy of $11.1 billion, resulting in a projected loss of $7.7 billion. These losses were generated after operating expenses of $10.7 billion. These expenses are projected to surge to $17 billion during the next fiscal year. Figures are found in the Jamaica Public Body's estimates of revenue and expenditure for the year ended March 31.
Go ahead, Marsha. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. All right, now. The government, they lie about the economy. They lie about every Jesus thing. The man come in and lie about the JUTC making profit. They lie about the urban center. When this lie is accomplished, and him say the word, but him know about it, and now Shirley come. And I have to admit that they were lying. And mother, like, you tell me something where a truth where them talk. The people, them just lie about everything. And I am begging. I'm a person who believes in God, but I am begging. Nobody from the Jamaica Labour Party, don't tell me that Jesus is coming. Because I wouldn't believe that he's coming.
You would get caught off guard.
Yes, because the people them just have to lie so everything. But what hurt me now? Now me know say Labour right. The whole of them get the DBI stamp, you know, damn blasted DBI. Because you know, some of our Labour writers say yes, the government have to do some tax, you know, because a long time they not tax nobody.
Listen, Ralston said yesterday is the first time in the world a government taxing its people coming out of a catastrophe. How you do that?
Yes.
Coming out of a catastrophic disaster, the government is taxing the people of Jamaica. And you have idiots going around and say, yes, the government have put on some tax. So why you have borrowed them?
Everything they blame it, and no fight place them, not get a touch of Melissa, things like my St. Thomas. Them a blame Melissa feet way down at Westmoreland. St. Thomas, you know, so St. Thomas people never know so Melissa did low.
But as you heard, Ralston say yesterday, you know, that if we don't pick up the slack and decide to grow the economy, whatever Melissa mash up, I go stay mash up for a long time. We never have it tax the people them. What should have been put in place is some stimulus package, brother.
Exactly. So what happened to all the goodies that we get? Where them goodies there? Where are they?
Da da dee. Don't ask me. Ask market me.
I got them. But you can't tell me, nigga. But when you know, ask somebody like a Marlon Morgan, because you know, Marlon Morgan and Nephew be the same way, you know.
Why
you
know,
Nephew no want to talk about this other thing a while ago. Nephew, thanks to your kind word. You hear, sir? Thanks to your kind word.
Bless you.
I'm not feeling too bad. Thanks to your kind word. But in duck out of the question where you want to ask him a while ago.
About the urban center.
Marlon Morgan not talk about it. Not Marlon Morgan. I will stop talk about it. Now, you used to talk about it very well, you know. But I'm done talk. You know what I'm not talk about it, because I not stop ask the rest of the boss and the rest of the money.
The boss. Yes.
Not stop ask. Marlon not say nothing about them things. The information minister say, Well on, as you talk about don't ask me. When Lambert Brown asks her in the Senate, you hear what she said? ask the minister about that.
Yes,
I almost said,
yes.
don't ask me.
Don't ask me. Ask the GLP. Ta-da!
Yes. I gone.
Little more Marshy. 876-804-7072. This is the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV, where we deal with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let's go to this clip, yeah.
Of 68% for the debt to GDP. How is it? How is it consolidated? If it is that, as you would have said, that there is a projection of 68% for the debt to GDP.
Hold on there,
how is it? How is it consolidated where Melissa is said to have wiped out 41% of our GDP? How can you consolidate that? And the
A reasonable time, I will. What are some of the growth inducing?
No.
GDP?
No.
I compare that to the 41% wipeout of GDP. The 41% member is a
Started from the top.
member from Portland, asked about projection of 68% for debt to GDP. How do I compare that to the 41% wipeout of GDP? The 41% member is a measure of the damage relative to your GDP. It doesn't mean 41% of your GDP is wiped out.
Listen.
Right? It's measurement versus the GDP for 2024. I gave you what our projection is for this fiscal year in which we are. And going into the next fiscal year, we're expecting the growth in GDP to resume. So I know there are some persons out there who made the mistake of just taking the 41%, piling it on top of the debt to GDP currently and said, oh my God, the world is falling. But that's not how it's done. That just tells me that there's a lack of understanding about the fiscal numbers, about how you calculate debt to GDP, what do you include and what do you not. So there's some work to be done there to help persons to understand that figure.
Hold on there, Auntie Winnie. That was the Minister of Finance on the 2nd of December answering Isaac Buchanan about the wipeout of 41% of the debt to GDP. This is the Minister of Finance on the 12th of February, 2026.
Protection levy rate to 0.8% from 0.5% for both imports and domestic goods, and to expand the base on which the domestic levy is charged from 75% of sales to 100%. It is estimated that these adjustments will result in $3.639 billion in revenues effective May 1, 2026. The next.
Hold on, that sounds like the wrong clip, but I'll find the right clip in a minute. Auntie Winnie, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Bell. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Well, not too bad. You know, I am only concerned. What I'm talking about is the building that Big Mama said Andrew was going around opening building because of election.
Oh, yes.
Right? So that's Andrew is a trickster, but one day he tricked himself. No, we must not let go of nothing now. Everything that is going wrong, we must talk about it. Don't make it be no 7-day wonder.
No.
Andrew is a liar, a thief, and well, listen, I am not worried about anything else, a thief, you know. Is the children money he used to invest, the poor charity money he used to invest. And if it wasn't for the IC, we would not know about it. So Andrew is not a normal person. He think everybody got to listen to him because he got the police under his control. And he got things under his control. And he think everybody's scared of him. But listen, there's hundreds of Jamaicans not afraid of you, you know. It's just because they don't want no war or no fighting. They want to demonstrate in peace. But they're afraid to do that. Because you got police that working for Andrew.
Auntie Winnie?
Anything can happen to you.
Talking on the phone, you're getting a little bit low.
Oh, sorry. It can manipulate people. People's house can get burned down. Things can happen. You don't know who do it. But we will know who do it. Andrew's a wicked man. Wicked. Even the devil refused him. Because he's more wicked than the devil. Even the devil said, no, boy, I don't want you. You're too wicked, man. You pass wicked. You're worse than me. I would give the people a little fair chance. But not you.
Why Auntie Winnie, you know, easy, you know, man.
Andrew is going to run Jamaica in the ground, and when he finished, there won't be no what you call it, NIT?
NHT?
National NHT, there won't be none. Andrew's going to use every cent. You know, see the line, man, his mouth look like mashed potato, his face look like where the devil mash it and won't let go. Andrew's, he's going to down Jamaica. Look what he's doing now, even to the hotel. Even to the common man now won't able to go and buy a pound of good chicken back. Huh? Andrew's wicked. How can Andrew put tax on the people now when a lot of people are not working?
Auntie Winnie?
I never know a man could be so wicked.
This man don't care about the people here. No care at all for the people who are suffering real bad.
All he care about is his two sons and his friends that he have to do what they say. He's not yellow thieving, you know.
No, he have company.
No, but everyone know him thief, so they're thieving too.
Him thief?
So he can't do nothing.
In thief, Auntie Winnie, I don't know if in thief. I know saying lie. I don't know if in thief, but I know in lie.
Listen to me, in thief because he thief the charity money, and if it wasn't
him taking the Integrity Commission to court on those matters. Because obviously I guess him say him never do it.
Listen, didn't he pay back the money when they found out? So I did use it. Stop covering up for Andrew. Andrew's a blasted thief.
Tell her. Auntie Winnie.
All right, Leah. Good night, yes. Because when you talk about that man, I will get mad.
All right, Auntie Winnie. Have a good evening. Have a good evening, Auntie Winnie. We're going to link up with Ralston and man little from this too. Yeah, because these things, we're not going to just leave them like that. When you tell me one thing and come say other things, yeah, we're not going to leave them like that. We're going to find them. We are going to find them. Believe me, mister. We're going to find them.
2025, which is identified as the costliest in the nation's history, causing estimated damage in excess of US $8.8 billion, approximately 41% of 2024 GDP. These events have imposed a significant financial burden, contributing to a projected decline in real GDP.
Come back.
2025, which is identified as the costliest in the nation's history, causing estimated damage in excess of US $8.8 billion, approximately 41% of 2024 GDP. These events have imposed a significant financial burden, contributing to a projected decline in real GDP of 0.5% and 4.5% for the 2024-25 and 2025-26 fiscal periods, respectively.
About
in an effort to
projection
finance
of 68% credit to GDP, how do I compare that to the 41% wipeout of GDP? The 41%, member, is a measure of the damage relative to your GDP. It doesn't mean 41% of your GDP is wiped out. it is proposed to increase the environment 2025, which is identified as the costliest in the nation's history, causing estimated damage in excess of US $8.8 billion, approximately 41% of 2024 GDP. These events have imposed a significant financial burden, contributing to a projected decline in real GDP of 0.5%.
Ease out. Let me just take time out to welcome the listeners on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. Welcome to all the listeners on Caribbean Radio. This is the Colin Bell Show. We do it every Tuesday evening from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. We're live, coming to you from the studios of Portland Spice TV. And that's my YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed to it, we ask you to subscribe. We have a caller on the line. Caller, good evening. Go ahead.
Blessed evening, Mr. Bell.
Blessings, sir.
Blessed evening, viewers. So, I'm watching the program. I'm seeing where you guys are playing the clip with Cliff Hughes and the things he was demonstrating to the people.
Yeah.
But one of the things that stood out to me is that I don't think everybody realized what this man is doing and how impactful of a role he plays in helping this Jamaica Labour Party win these elections.
Yeah.
So one of the things as he stood out with what he was saying yesterday, I don't think many people realize is that when the Prime Minister wants to put someone somewhere, he's the one who starts to rallying around for everybody to accept these people being placed in these places.
Yeah.
Where I'm getting at, let me tell you where I'm getting at. In that same video, if you have the longer version, you can see where he's starting the conversation to let people think about accepting that they're now telling the GG he needs to step down. Thank you for your service. And now, he might play it off as if him no know say open the doors for Paula Llewellyn becomes this GG by doing what you're doing. Then I play hypocrite as if him a question, she will need to get, and I say I read comments from people asking and suggesting that
I never hear that. I'm at sea call. I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
I swear to God, that same video clipping where he talk about the whole urban center thing.
Yeah.
There's a longer version with him reading out how he listened to the GG's speech on Thursday and how he appreciate the GG and his service to the country was pretty much, you know what I mean, all these nice things and lovely things, and then at the end, you hear him start say, but I think it is time, you know what I mean, for new. I'm telling you, if you watch it, you will hear it.
Somebody is saying that George said the GG must go. And other people are confirming that what you are saying is so. But as I tell you, I don't listen nationwide. Normally, when I get these clips, it's somebody who send them to me and say, Colin, you need to hear this. But I don't really listen to them because the narrative that they spew and the half-truth and all of them things there, me not really take it on.
Myself, the only place we see it up on TikTok when you have some people who share these things. So I see that little small clip in there on TikTok and I'm listening to it. But then again, I watch, I remember if Andre Stephen program or a topic I was watching last night and a topic played. And basically when you listen to how they are spewing the narrative, basically them open the door for this whole GG becomes Paula Llewellyn. Because remember from last year, this was a conversation.
Yes.
So now, for it become a thing, him claim to say the door for open for she can get it. But so, basically, the door is slightly open.
So them start the campaign?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you start the conversation and you start the campaign, so basically the door open. So now, what we now do by saying these things is to force the GG to let go off in position so she can get it.
So push them or push the GG?
Push them and push the GG. Him tell us that the man say him like the speech and everything and it's beautiful and your contribution.
But the GG didn't write the speech. The GG don't write him speech, you know. The GG speech is given to him by the government. And him just go read it.
They think they're tricking.
Tell her! Lord God.
I don't know who they think they're tricking, and that's one of the main reasons why the people are going constantly stuff fight them and pick up themselves and tell themselves they want to change it.
Somebody's saying to me, somebody's saying in the chat room that they have a lot of listeners. Yes, my subscriber. Them have a lot of listeners because the labor rights go there to feed on their narrative. That's what they do. That's why you hear George Davis start talk, say people are paid by politicians. That's why you hear him say that. So that's where they indoctrinate the labor rights, them pack them up with the garbage. So they have a lot of listeners, and that's why we are saying to the supporters of the People's National Party, and we are saying to Jamaicans who are thinking about Jamaicans, let's build this platform that we can give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Because the truth, you know, will set you free. So, my brother, Dayton, I don't know if you remember when Dayton Campbell said they are an incubator for the government. And a lot of people vex about it. How can you vex when the man lists out the names of people who have left that entity and gone into the government, gone serve the government? The man lists them out.
And that's one of the main things that bother me the most is the fact that Jamaican, when me I grew up in a PGA parties at them time and them time, the elderly folks, them, you can't play them, look how minky game with them. That's the reason why me I say, yo, this education thing, by stopping education, because basically you stop it, the youth them can't learn. Nothing can go on. And then the things them promote, the dunce thugs and the this and the that, you start seeing it in everyday life. Because the youth them don't even want to work no more. Everybody want fast money.
Yeah.
Everybody don't want to get up and go do 95 because you see a man pay 95 as if it's the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
But the same people them we have the mentality and don't want to work at Jamaica. When them come to America, they have to. You have to.
Better.
Whether you like it or not. So it simply means says the government is not disciplining this whole country so the people them can understand. So listen, this is how we're going to grow. This is how we're going to go somewhere. And if we don't have these mindsets, we cannot move. We can't move.
Well,
and that is why we're stagnant.
Prime Minister saying now have no philosophy.
Man.
So where are we taking our people, my brother? That's the question. Where are we taking our people? Anyway, make we talk again, yeah?
Yeah.
Leave it right there. Big up yourself. 876-804-7072. We are live on Caribbean Radio. 97.9 HD4. HD Radio, my people. Make certain you get it. Ease out. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, man.
I listen to the program, man. May I ask you on something? I have music, man, Joe.
Yeah, man. Me play music. Me love music.
Play music, right?
Me think me know a little of the music.
Okay. Why Soundman get dub plate?
Why Soundman get dub plate? We call them are special because you want to have a song that you want to have a song where you alone can play. That song speaks about you. Because some of the time we tell the artists them how we want them sing over the song for you know. Because we believe that the song speaks to your character. The song tell how bad your sound is. So it's a special and you alone can play it.
Good. You know why I bring up this? This is a part of your narrative, creatives. But watch this now. Now use it now on different spin now. When is the next election in Jamaica?
The next election is due, I think, February 2028. That's the local government election. The next general election, national election, is due 2030.
All right, good. Now, the last election that went, there are a lot of things that this current government did and said that is now playing out to be false.
Yes.
One of the things that over the years where I think the opposition has dropped the ball is that they don't capture these moments and keep them for later. And send literally put life to it. All right.
Yeah.
In America, what they do is every little thing where the opposition do or the government do, them put it out there and put it in the minds of the people. What the JLP has been doing is them using NNN to put out all of the garbage for a very long time, and enough people buy it while them still in a power. The opposition need to become more smart. You see this thing out with St. Thomas thing? Should not, as the man said before, be a 9-day wonder. They must. You see the clip where you just play with Favor?
Yeah.
They say one thing on the 12th, and it must become something that they run through YouTube. Like, it must depend on the algorithm. Make people see it. Send it to other YouTubers, make them play it. Create one data bank with all the mistakes them where they make. That's the people them have in their head. So the next time them will go, force them to listen to something in 2 days. But they would have been hearing it over a period of time.
Well, I have explained to the party, and I tell people, how a song becomes a hit. You play it over and over. And I like to use the example of a song named Fly, Robin, Fly. Up to the sky. There's nothing else in that song, That's the song,
Right.
Fly, Robin, fly. Right. Up to the sky. And that's
it. Long enough, become a hit.
Tala. You play it over and over and over. People start liking it. And that's why that outfit, that news outfit, is critical to the Labour Party.
Exactly.
Yes.
We are not doing that. So look at this. Dr. Dawes talked about the university hospital before the Auditor General.
Yes.
Something, since the Auditor General report come out, somebody should create something and link, even though Dr. Dawes did go over the few things still,
Yeah.
But one nice subject and did create, brother, and link what the man did say before, use timestamps, link what he did say before, and what the Auditor General come out to justify and show credibility in what they're doing.
But
if they're not taking a more strategic approach to, they are going to stay in opposition for a very long time.
Hello. Wow. I hear you, my boss. But also, people in media who have a responsibility to tell the truth need to do this exact thing. And that's why I do what I do here. I look for the receipt. Because Isaac Buchanan asked her the question and she behaved like it was nothing. And then last week, she come back and it was everything. So,
which is right.
You see these people.
The next thing again. You see the other arms of the opposition, like them youth arms and stuff. All right, so them in a parliament. So you have to be strategic with how you do things. They might not be able to talk on certain things, but I realize that anything that is controversial, the Labour Party youth arm come out and push it out first, or them jump on it. Because they don't want the ministers of government to probably get involved. The opposition has to become more cute. So you're supposed to have one arm of the party where they pick up the information, all of them important something, or you the highlight. The truth is not calling. While their channel is growing and we want it to grow bigger, it is not as big as it should be and not reach the amount of people as it should.
That is true.
And the people need to get the information, or
that is true.
We don't have a problem again. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's kind of hard to sit down and listen to Ralston. I mean, you see what Favor say? One clip to make with Ralston and Favor. To show the disparity, if you understand.
Yes.
Or to show that Ralston was saying clear out, and she have concede to what he did say. You understand?
Yeah.
To show, you have to use the contrast. You have to use them, and me know say you have media persons out there who the batch for the PNP who can take them clips and somebody if you dedicate themselves, take the clips, pull them down, make the thing them and push them out.
All right,
they,
my brother.
you know they're afraid.
Go
You know
ahead.
they're afraid of the PNP because of the independent media. And that's why they want to change the laws. Because they insist them and get hurt tonight. Use the advantage.
All right, my brother.
Anyway,
We're going to run. Blessings. Let's go back to this clip. On the 2nd of December, Isaac Buchanan.
If it is that, as you would have said, that there is a projection of 68% for the debt to GDP, how is it consolidated where Melissa is said to have wiped out 41% of our GDP? How can you consolidate that? And the
measurement versus the GDP for 2024. I gave you what are from Portland, asked about projection of 68% for debt to GDP. How do I compare that to the 41% wipeout of GDP? The 41%, member, is a measure of the damage relative to your GDP. It doesn't mean 41% of your GDP is wiped out, right? It's measurement versus the GDP for 2024. I gave you what our projection is for this fiscal year in which we are. And going into the next fiscal year, we're expecting the growth in GDP to resume. So I know there are some persons out there who made the mistake of just taking the 41%, piling it on top of the debt to GDP currently and said, oh my God, the world is falling. But that's not how it's done. That just tells me that there's a lack of understanding about the fiscal numbers, about how you calculate debt to GDP, what do you include and what do you not. So there's some work to be done there to help persons to understand that figure.
That is the Minister of Finance on the 2nd of December saying that the 41% that Isaac spoke about that the international community told us was wiped out. 41% of Jamaica's GDP valued at $8.8 billion. She said it was just a measurement. Now listen to the same lady on the 12th of February. That was the 2nd of December 2025. 2 months later, February 12, 2026. Listen this.
0.5% for the 2024-25.
Now let's start it.
2025, which is identified as the costliest in the nation's history, causing estimated damage in excess of US $8.8 billion, approximately 41% of 2024 GDP. These events have imposed a significant financial burden, contributing to a projected decline in real GDP of 0.5% and 4.5%.
Real financial burden. Wipe out 41% of GDP. Caller, go ahead. Good evening.
Yeah, I just want to remind you about something, you know, Mr. Bell.
Yes.
You know, the Perennial Charles said the same thing that Desmond McKenzie said.
So what? JUTC make a profit?
make a profit.
When?
In the debate.
Well, he never said make a profit. Well, he never said make a profit. Him say, him say, what he actually said is that from the profit of JUTC, we buy the 110 old bus.
Right.
Yes, he said
so.
So
That means, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said. So if we make a profit when there was no profit. You understand that?
These people are dangerous. Hold on the caller. Hold on.
And we talk about
Hold on.
the JUTC for the first time in many years has made a profit. Them no one we talk about
Listeners of Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. That was Desmond McKenzie, the Minister of Local Government. And the chair, what is he? He one big man in the GLP. But he's the Minister of Local Government. Told the people in East Portland in 2025, last year, that the JUTC make a profit and nobody no want him talk about it. Listen what happened to the JUTC in 2025. Here's the news from RJR Communications Group. Listen this.
The Jamaica Urban Transit Company is projecting a record $18 billion in operating losses before the government's subsidy by the end of the fiscal year in March. The government will be covering some of these losses with a subsidy of $11.1 billion, resulting in a projected loss of $7.7 billion. The
$18 billion loss in 2025. The same year when this man, Desmond McKenzie, said this.
The JUTC, for the first time in many years,
Mr. Bell,
has made a profit.
Let me just say this before you come in, caller. The JUTC has never make a profit. Never. There was a time when they almost broke even. Almost. They never even break even. Never. No public transportation system in the world don't make profit. Go ahead, caller.
None. Listen, man. The JUTC, we know that. Because right now it is a shambles. But the government is not saying it. They want to do so much to show off, Mr. Bell. They don't have any bus, but they are sending bus to Mayfield. They don't have any bus, but they are sending bus to Mandeville.
You know something?
They don't have any bus. Eh?
You see those buses? You see those buses that they want to send to all them places there? Would you believe me if I said to you that it is somebody personal vendetta against somebody why they want to send buses on those routes? Is somebody personal vendetta against somebody else? Yeah? Using government resource to fight their personal battles. Up in them feelings.
Okay. Okay, because people going to work and can't get a bus to drive. And your bus going to all different parts of Jamaica.
Because you know that there's a bus service going to those places already.
Private
sector.
The bus to Jamaica, man.
No, but there's a private sector providing that luxury service, that luxury bus service. Why would the government want to compete with that private business?
Right.
Providing that luxury service. The government decide them to provide luxury service too and can't satisfy the demand in the KMTR
of the people. Right.
Eh?
That's the point about it. That's the point I'm making.
And then
I don't know.
Come to the people, come and tell we lie. Come and tell we this big blatant lie.
The JUTC.
Yes. Right.
For the first time in many years,
I don't know.
Has made a profit
for what they get. You understand me? They paid for it. And sometimes when I hear you talk, they're speaking the facts. The people ask for what they get. They deliberately ask because what? Mark Golden was explaining to them and tell them what things gonna be like and what we can do for you. What do people do? Sometimes no, you can't blame people talk about Mark Golden this and Mark Golden that. Me not believe you. I am here and I don't believe Mark Golden to go to road or nothing. The member of Parliament to go to road or nothing. And the people have got to fight for themselves. Because they already sell them soul already. The people sell them soul. Brother, I was there, so I can tell you.
All right, my brother.
So, I feel the people there, brother.
All right, we'll leave it right there.
You people, I feel the people there.
Yeah, man. We're leaving it right there.
So, yes, leave it right there.
Yeah, man.
So
876-804-7072. This is the Colin Bell Show. We're talking about governance in Jamaica. We're talking about foot and mouth disease. People who make statement, and when they make the statement, them have to come full circle.
Sir Colin.
Yes, sir.
You ever hear You have a fool and you carry the fool a little further.
Yeah, man. Them do it on 1st of April.
You remember the Bible where them choose Jesus or choose Barabbas?
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes it's hard. Let me tell you something. It's a person who have empathy and compassion. It's hard for you to see your fellow neighbors, your fellow brothers, as much as them choose the wrong side, to see them hungry, you don't give it to them. This is not us. We is an innate people who just help people, no matter where you come from. Even straight, okay, I have family who, even strangers, them don't know for the first time we'll help them.
Yeah.
There are people out there like that.
True.
Right? But you see, sometimes you know that to run for get good.
Yes.
And these people, let me tell you something about these people. Me not blame the PNP on nothing. I'm going to tell you something, people. The people them right now, they are so immune to the lie that them don't realize what they are doing. It's like them they're not trans right now with this government. They are so ashamed to turn back that them don't want to admit the truth. So them have them look at vloggers, them are still spew this narrative. But if a person, a logical person, sit down and look at all the analytics where Ralston and you are talking, it's like when you keep a business class on Saturday. And the people them don't want to see what is happening. Right, you know?
No, you have some of them who say a lie, me and Ralston are telling you. Even the clip them when me play with Favor Williams a little while. One clown in the chat room I say, appear lie you play, that's why you can't find where you want to play.
Yeah,
you believe these clowns?
How you apply? How stupid that person? How you apply something which was said on a recording and say a lie you are telling it's not you said?
Yeah, you understand? No, somebody's asking, Colin, you mean to say a bad mind, a private bus company? Yes, there is a private bus company running Kingston to Ocho Rios, to Montego Bay, to Negril. Yeah? So when the government tried to put in luxury bus service, as somebody, personal bad mind against somebody.
They might infuse somebody to try and make a money.
No, me say a bad mind, somebody, so they might try put on competition upon a private businessman. Yeah? Bad mind them.
I hear you say something a couple months ago now, right? We're in Beryl now. Say everything. You realize the Beryl name Melissa name I call up whole heap in everything because of Melissa.
But as you say, I'm glad you remember.
Julian deal with that. I love how Julian deal with them now.
Yes.
Julian make them know so before Beryl and Melissa.
Yes.
Thing them done a sell out.
Yes.
And them tell you, I know if these radio stations, right, media, them don't play when time the Prime Minister, the opposition, they just say, him go ring fence, the NHT.
Yes, man.
Nobody a question him. Them gonna them press briefing and say, you did say this 10 years ago, and now you're going to, why is it? I mean, not gonna come back to Beryl. But it's planning. You say, all the money what they want to take from the NHT, if you don't have growth, you're in a deeper problem.
Yeah, man. Then a problem.
Them have no idea.
Them are run the NHT in a problem too.
Remember they said they're going to go by 0.8% now. You can't tell me say you're not even go by 1% and the country get better.
Oh, the country
but,
better.
Some of the people them going to suffer and realize when they're back against the wall as the Marcus Garvey said, and then realize it.
All right, my brother.
All right, thanks again.
Respect.
Cool.
And as we go along, I want to make a couple of comments. Before we get to Melissa, or even before we got to Beryl, it's important to remind the country that for the last 2 fiscal years, government's revenues have been struggling to meet government expenditures. And the government has relied for the last 2 fiscal years on 2 one-off transactions which have allowed the government to fund the budget. In 2023-24, the sale of 12 years of future revenues from the Norman Manley International Airport yielded $75 billion, which financed the 23-24 budget. For the 24-25 budget, the sale of future revenues, 10 years of future revenues of Donaldson Airport yielded $61 billion, which allowed the government to finance the 24-25 budget. I am making this point, Madam Speaker, to indicate that without Beryl, without Melissa, the government would have had to find some other asset to sell to meet the demands of the budget.
See it there? Julian Robinson said it and put the receipts on the table. Before Beryl, before Melissa, the government was in trouble financially. That's why they had to sell future revenues at the Norman Manley International Airport. And, you know, we need to find out how much money the government gave up, you know. How much money the government gave up when they sold those future revenues. Because if the people who operate the airport go and give you money up front for 12 years, they have to be making a profit from that, you know. They have to be making a profit from that. Because you're going front load the money where you should have get every year on an annual basis. You have to go find all of that and front load it to the government. So the company that does that must have made a profit from that. How much money did the government give up for those future revenues? This will be a revelation. Oh, this would be war and frustration. I want to link up the teacher, you know. I want to link up the teacher, you know. Because yesterday class was riveting. I love it. Yesterday class was riveting with Ralston Iman when we took stock and brought back 2007 to 2012, explaining to the people of Jamaica what went wrong with the Jamaican economy. And we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it.
6,
Rally.
8, 1, 5, 2.
Oh, no, Rally not there yet. We have to talk about it. Some people, that is what they don't want us to talk about. When the Jamaican economy crash, the Jamaican economy licking our Stonewall and mash up in 2011. Mr. Bell is using future money to finance current budget, a wise economy plan, or make sense. They are eating the bread of their tomorrow. That's what the government did. So for the next 12 years, we don't have no money to get from the Norman Manley International Airport, nor the Donald Sangster International Airport. Those two airports are owned by the government, and the government gave a 25-year concessionary lease to a company out of Mexico to run the airport. And I think the government must get 62% of whatever the airports made. And I did a rough calculation using the year 2022, 2023, when I think the airport made about $50-something million US. Yeah? And therefore, when you check it out, you're wondering how much the government gave up, how much revenue. Because sometimes, you know, like if you win the lotto and they say that we'll pay you over 20 years, you will get all of your money, but you get it over a longer period. If you want it in a lump sum, they are going to take maybe about 30% of it. So when you sell that kind of earnings, you lose some money. How much did the country lose selling those future revenues? So we have to look on all these things. We're trying to touch base with the teacher this evening here on Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. Hold on there. Hold on. Wonder if we're doing something wrong here. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Oh, see something not really right there, so you know. Let's do it this way. That looks like we're doing it now. It never looked something we had something wrong a while ago. Raleigh, good evening.
Yeah, man.
What go on, teacher?
Yeah, man.
Everything good?
Yeah, man.
How is Jamaica? How is the health of the Jamaican economy?
Not very good.
Not very good.
No, it was stagnating and now it is shrinking.
It is shrinking. Ralston, if we don't get back the town of St. Elizabeth and the farmers of St. Elizabeth, what was St. Elizabeth's contribution to Jamaica's GDP and the farming sector?
Well, we don't have that kind of breakdown. That's one of the things. We don't have those kind of regional breakdowns because all the thing is about the macro. So we don't have those kind of parish and regional breakdowns.
So them now look on
the data.
Them now look on the micro.
No, the micro, no.
Oh. But on a guesstimate, because St. Elizabeth is recognized as Jamaica's food basket. And St. Elizabeth was terribly hit by Hurricane Melissa. Approximately what percent of our agricultural production that takes away from us?
Well, the governor said that the hurricane cut agricultural production in half in 2025 when compared to 2024.
50%.
Yeah, man.
And that would mean then that we're going to have to import more pumpkin and more melon and more scallion and onion. Thus putting more.
That is why they went to the IMF for balance of payment support in the rapid financial instrument. That's why BOJ got the 415 million from the IMF.
So from that 415 million, then we have 3.185 still available.
Call it 3.2, yeah.
Call it 3.2, right. Still available to us. What would make us take that money or not take it?
Well, it depends on what the government is seeing. This year they are planning to only draw down some 88 billion Jamaican dollars from that process. The total borrowing that they are going to borrow this year is $247 million, which is about 6% of GDP. 149 billion of that will come from local sources and 88 billion from foreign sources.
And this is different. This $88 billion is different from that IMF facility that is available?
Yeah, man. So I've got the IMF facility already. So the 88 billion will come from out of the 3.2 billion US dollars.
Oh, so they're going to take it from that. So they're still going to take more than the 415.
Yeah, because the IMF money goes straight to the Bank of Jamaica. That's balance of payments money. Money that goes to government accounts now. They have 3.2 billion available out of that money. That's US. But they only take 88 billion Jamaican dollars out of that.
And when they when they do that this year, where would Jamaica debt be? Where would our general debt, overall debt be? Because it's
about
now, go ahead.
About 2.4 billion.
Because right now is at what? 2.2?
2.3.
2.3 trillion, not billion, trillion.
Yeah, 2.2 trillion dollars. So it'll be like it'll be like 2.4 trillion dollars. 2.4, 2.45.
So
although them line up the money, them now plan to take a significant portion of the money. That is what we're seeing at the budget this year.
So that means that they are not planning to do any major infrastructural development this financial year.
No, remember the capital budget, the central government capital budget, them only had like 24 billion to it. And them had to we call the select group of public sector entities. So I talk about like Water Commission, UDC, and them places.
So
their capital budget is 105 billion, and the central government is 100 billion.
So if we hold on, give me that again, Raleigh. UDC and Water Commission, you said that they have what?
Their capital budget, we call them the select group of public sector enterprises. Their capital budget is $105 billion. And that for central government is $100 billion.
So does that add up to government spending 205 billion?
Yeah, that's not spending. That's what they plan.
That's
remember
what they scheduled to
come
spend,
back.
right? So
Yeah, remember them always come back and say not spend all of the money because of procurement difficulties.
Mm.
But that's what they have on paper to spend.
Would this be enough to rebuild the town of Black River?
Yeah, man, that could be, but we don't see no specific program based on that. But yeah, that would be a significant sum. But all of those agencies, they have different things that them say them are doing with their money.
So, to the people of St. Elizabeth, you don't see any plans to start the rebuilding of Black River in this budget?
Well, no, we haven't seen any clear, no. So, I don't know what is it that they are planning to do with the addition to the government's capital budget. They don't tell you what they are going to do with that.
You expect to hear that within the budget debate?
Yeah, man. Because all of the select group of public sector entities, they have them specific programs that them say them have to do.
And
so we expect to hear further clarity. Mm-hmm.
That will come when the budget presentation is underway, that entire debate, where we're going to hear from the Minister of Finance twice, and we're going to hear from the Prime Minister once, the Shadow Minister of Finance once, and the Opposition Leader once.
Correct.
So, tell me now, Raleigh, if the government...
Like, for example, just to give you some context, the LHT said their budget is $50.3 billion. Yeah, and that is to concentrate on housing, right? The Post Authority.
Hold on, NHT said their budget is $53 billion?
$50.3 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And the Port Authority of Jamaica said they will concentrate on the build out of the Cayman Special Economic Zone with their budget. Their total capital budget is $10.5 billion. Airports Authority, them say they will concentrate on the airports. Yeah, so that's their capital budget. UDC.
Their capital budget is how much? Airport Authority is how much?
9.5 billion. UDC have 5.5 billion in projects. Them say they will continue to put in key infrastructure. The National Water Commission, 3.6 billion. Them say they will upgrade water supply and sewage projects and all of those things. Continue implementation of the Greater Mandeville Water Supply Project and those things.
So they have what they are planning to do with this money already then. So
yeah, man, that's the point I'm making. That is why I'm telling you, so we see no plan for no St. Elizabeth in that. The central government did not tell us what they are going to do with their capital budget, so maybe it is included in the central government's budget.
And UDC, where you would see some urban development, only have 5.5 billion.
Yeah, man, 5.5 billion. Them just say key infrastructural projects. Yep.
But that's not a lot to do. That's not really a lot.
No.
And NHT with $50.3 billion, they should be focusing on housing. Do you expect to see the government build houses for people who got damaged in Melissa, or that $500,000 is where it's at? It's done.
No, we don't expect that. I mean, because if you're going to spend that, you should give those places some priority.
Ralston, the Minister of Finance, in answering Isaac Buchanan, brushed aside the whole argument of the wipeout. Let me just bring your memory back a little bit.
The debt to GDP. How is it consolidated where Melissa is said to have wiped out 41% of our GDP? How can you consolidate that? And
this is what the minister said back then.
The 41% member is a measure of the damage relative to your GDP. It doesn't mean 41% of your GDP is wiped out, right? It's measurement versus the GDP for 2024. I gave you what our projection is for this fiscal year in which we are. And going into the next fiscal year, we're expecting the growth in GDP to resume. So I know there are some persons out there who made the mistake of just taking the 41%, piling it on top of the debt to GDP currently and said, oh my God, the world is falling. But that's not how it's done. That just tells me that there's a lack of understanding about the fiscal numbers, about how you calculate debt to GDP, what do you include and what do you not.
But
so there's some work to be done.
How do you respond to her now saying
which
this?
is identified as the costliest in the nation's history, causing estimated damage in excess of US $8.8 billion, approximately 41% of 2024 GDP. These events have imposed a significant financial burden, contributing to a projected decline in real GDP of 0.5% and 4.5% for the 2024-25 and 2025-26 fiscal periods.
So, Ralston, how do you now accept what she's just saying, that this wipeout is going to cause significant expense on the country?
That's why I'm telling you that the minister is dishonest and confused, because what he's doing now.
You call the minister dishonest?
Yeah, man. Dishonest and confused, because the person who she was talking about Parliament, the some person, was me.
Yeah.
Yeah? So now she's coming back now in order to justify the tax package. She's telling the people that 41% of GDP was wiped out when she denied that originally and saying that what we saw was just a decline of 4.5% and 0.5%, 4.5% this fiscal year, and that the decline would be 0.5% during the next fiscal year. And now she's telling the country that 41% of GDP is wiped out, and that's why the need for this tax package. It's dishonesty. Total dishonesty, because if 41% of GDP was wiped out, the debt to GDP ratio can be 68%.
Cannot be. Cannot be. Because that means your GDP get lower.
Yeah, man.
And she's still not willing to tell the country where is our GDP at this time.
Well, we saw it in the budget numbers. GDP is at $3.5 trillion, and the projection for next year is $3.86 trillion. Yes, baby.
So $3.5 trillion is how much US that again? $3.5 trillion. That's Jamaican. Before how much US is that? Because 20 billion US is what it was before.
That's somewhere in the region of 21 billion US dollars.
So that's what she's saying GDP is now? Still what it was before Melissa?
Yeah, because what I'm saying now, she's confusing herself and the people, because the physical infrastructure is not counted as a part of GDP, because GDP is the value of production a period, a quarter, or a year.
Right.
So the 4.5% and the 0.5%, that's the impact on GDP.
That's on the
What she's now
production
telling us
side.
now. Yeah, that's what she's now telling us now, is to give the public the infrastructure, the belief that the 8.8 billion in infrastructural damage is something that they're going to fix in 1 year, hence the need for the tax package. When this infrastructure is something that you build up over decades.
Can't fix in 1 year, even if you want to.
No, man, that's impossible, man. So she's confusing herself and confusing the public. Just to justify tax package.
Over what period of time, Ralston, you expect the truth to come out from this government? Because they're not telling us the people the truth. But over what period of time you expect that the truth will reveal and people will start seeing the real figures?
Well, the truth is being revealed right now. That's the point I'm making to you. She's revealing the truth now because she's telling the people, as I said before, that the whole thing about the infrastructural damage and the whole thing about the GDP flow is incorrect. Next thing that is being revealed to the people is that all the time when the government was telling people that the fiscal accounts were okay and giving away all this money, it was not. We had Melissa or not, you know. They would have to sell something or come with a tax package because tax collection has been flat at 1.1 trillion over the last 3 years because the economy has not been growing. So whether they would have Melissa or not, they would have to go find something else to sell apart from the airport money, or they would have to come with a tax package.
How much did the country lose on those forward sale of the airport asset, Ralston?
Nobody knows except them.
Nobody knows. But do you believe that the country lost money?
Yeah, man, because the people who are selling the thing, they would have to gain some money out of it.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, man.
The people who are buying.
So, yeah, man. So what they told us about is the net proceeds, what we got. And that's like 175, 76, like 130 billion. All of that has been used up already.
And they don't tell us what we would have gotten if we did take it annually, every year.
No.
Hallelujah to the Lamb. Ralston.
So if you're looking for those who doubted, those who can read the budget numbers, if you look at the budget numbers, the revenue estimate for the last 3 years, and that 1.1 trillion, and just can't pass that, and then that's the same amount that they project for this year.
What were we collecting in 2016? You have that number?
Way below what? No, but way below where we are right now.
Right. So we have been collecting more taxes than any other time in Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Until it buck in 2024, it buck at 1.1 trillion, and since then we can't pass again.
2024, but 2024 was just the year before last.
Yeah, man. So that's why I'm telling you, the last 3 years the thing gets stuck. That's why Nigel Clark had to resort to the one-off sales. Remember, you know, when he presented the budget before him going, he couldn't finish the budget in March, and he waited till October when him sell the receivables, then him put in that, and then him run.
Right, we were going to get the additional funds.
Yeah, man, him see where they have come.
And they took that additional funds and give away $11.4 billion out of it.
Yeah, man.
Squandered the rent money. Wasn't that the rent money them squander?
Yeah, man. Correct.
But tell me
so that's
something.
I'm telling him contradict.
Go ahead, finish your argument.
That's why I'm telling them always contradict themselves, because this minister talk about squandering the rent money when I them squander the rent money.
Tell me now, Ralston, how them and public sector workers are going to work this out? She say whatever they promised before Melissa, they are going to stick to that. That was not even accepted then. How is it that them and public sector workers are going to work this out?
The mothers, well, they have a standard, but the mothers badger the workers and then use PR and then get the workers to accept it. You know, so keep down on all our social media, say the workers must bear some more sacrifice. That'll be the message. And the trolls are just say the workers wicked and the workers are going to stick out for a little while and then they might eventually capitulate.
But why should the workers take on more after the government has squandered so much?
I don't agree with that. And I don't think anybody agree with that. But the mothers use them power and the PR and get the workers to accept that. Because people are saying, shut down the country. Them are saying, the doctors, them wicked, all the nurses, them wicked. Yeah, all the teachers, them wicked. I make the people them now go to school and all of that. They don't use all of them argument then. The people might eventually go back to work.
Can you point to some of the squanders that this government has made over the last 10 years, Ralston?
Well, all them money that with them give, and I say, well, but Marlon Morgan try to defend and them things. I say, boy, they might give people this and give people that. All them money there, money with them give it. Yeah, them overpay the debt with the NHT money. Yeah, over $100 billion. All them money there, them things are never necessary.
And those could have been used to build houses for poor people, so we would see less houses damaged in Hurricane Melissa.
Yeah, man, the government to take the blame for the infrastructural damage caused by Hurricane Melissa, you know, because they never invest in the country's infrastructure. They spend most of the money paying down the debt rather than investing in infrastructure, and that is why the infrastructure was so weak. So don't blame Melissa, blame the government's mismanagement for the damage that was done to the infrastructure by Hurricane Melissa.
Yes, we're talking to Ralston Iman people, the top economist in Jamaica, the top economic analyst in Jamaica. He's on Power 106 weekdays from 9 to 11 a.m. on a program called Real Business. Yeah, man. You're listening to the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Caribbean Radio. 97.9 HD4 over there in Florida. Bro Gary Radio. Big up yourself. What you're getting is the best analysis on Jamaica's economy by the top analysts, economic analysts in Jamaica. None better than Ralston Iman. And we make no apologies about it. Go ahead, Ralston. You're about to say something.
Yeah, man. I mean, I said this is very personal because this is something that me and Nigel discuss publicly. No matter how much money they put up in terms of the data.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up a bit, Raleigh. We didn't hear that. No matter how much money.
Yeah, them put up for the capital budget, which is normally about 60, 65 billion. Every year for the last 3 years, them come back and say them never get to spend the money because of procurement problems. Yeah, so even though them put up 100 billion for central government and 106 billion for the public sector agencies, we can have the confidence that money will be spent because they might come back and tell you about the procurement difficulties. And that is why the general public and the opposition and all Jamaicans must insist that them fix the procurement problems because it's pointless to put the money and then you have to carry it back because the procurement problems have not been solved. So the government, the Minister of Finance, Audrey Marks, and all of those people, they have to make sure that them fix the procurement problem.
Ralston, stop the crap now. Let's start the truth now. You believe that there's a procurement problem?
Well, them say that. Them consistently say that.
Me talk to you now. To hell with what them say. Because if you budget 69 billion and you could have spent 40 billion, what did stop you from spending the next 29?
Well, let me tell you about that. I'm going to tell you procurement delays and
but all kind of
things. So I give them the benefit of the doubt and say fix the problem. Because if you don't fix the problem and you don't fully spend this capital budget, the economy will sink even further. Because remember, you have an onerous tax package on the people. Capital budget give us some multiplier effect. Right? So if you tax way and don't spend the capital budget, the economy will sink even more. So the decline that my project of 0.5% next year could end up as 5% decline rather than 0.5% if you don't spend the capital budget because the capital budget is a growth budget.
And that's why the country has not been growing because they have been unable to spend that capital budget over the last 3 years. Budget.
Precisely. That's the point.
But we need to stop back them up and talk about procurement issues, Raleigh, and call it for what it is. Is either the government is putting these figures in the budget while the money is not available, so they can't really spend it, and then come tell we lie about procurement.
Yep. Well, I forget it. Whatever it is, the capital budgets have to be fully spent, or the economy is going to decline even deeper. Period. It's capital budget do the thing. And the capital budget is only 5.33% of GDP, way below the internationally accepted norm of 10% of GDP minimum. So we have half of the minimum. If you spend half of the minimum, you're in more trouble.
It should be 10% at minimum.
Minimum.
But when you're
Right
coming
now,
out of a catastrophe, a major catastrophe,
you need more.
like
Should be
we are
around
coming
15% or 20%. Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
that means the budget is lacking then, Raleigh.
Of course. Of course.
Because
That is why I'm telling the whole crap about because of infrastructural damage and everything. It's just crap.
But if you had recognized that there's real infrastructural damage, then the capital budget should be, as I said, somewhere about between 10 and 15%. That means we're going to ramp up economic activity in the country, get the infrastructure back up to a standard that we can start live again.
That's the point I'm making. That's why I'm saying when she's using the excuse of that and they're using the excuse of that, it's not true because there are not any massive increase in the capital budget.
So could they be lying with the figures, Raleigh? Could they be putting in these figures and this amount of money? Well, before now, because we know them have money now. We know that, well, not they have money, but have access to money. Mm-hmm. And as you said, they are not accessing the money really. So what is it? Why are they so lackluster in terms of driving growth and driving economic activity in the country?
Because it's just simple. This administration, from Nigel Clark until now, they have a preoccupation with bringing down the debt to GDP ratio by focusing solely on the debt. They forget that there's a ratio. So if you grow the economy fast and the debt remains constant, and even if you borrow more and the economy grows fast at a faster rate than your borrow, the debt to GDP ratio will shrink. So when you are £100 and you're carrying £50, it's heavy to carry. But if you start with £200 now and you carry the same £50, it becomes lighter. Even if you carry 60, it becomes lighter because you weigh £200. So the problem that them have is that to recognize that growing the economy is the way out. Them don't know how to grow the economy. That is the problem. The last time Jamaica grew by 3% in the country.
Go again, the last time Jamaica grew by 3% was when?
2007, when them said the worst finance minister was running the country.
So the last time Jamaica economy grew by 3% was under Omar Davis. So Audley Shaw, Nigel Clark, Fieval Williams, none of them never get to 2%?
No, to 3%, poor.
But what about 2? Did they get to 2%?
Yeah, man. Them get to 2 on a couple of occasions, yeah, man.
But them never pass 2, them never get to 3.
No. And what them do for kind of people, so this is an important distinction I want to make before the trolls them come in, because them don't know about economics. Recovery is different from growth.
Yes.
So like all the 5% of them I tell about today, that is recovery. Yeah?
Not growth.
Recovery come when you recovery when you come in a hole and you start climb out of the hole. Growth is when you climb out of the hole and you start going way up. You follow me?
What caused the recession in 2024? Because I hear Simon with Dr. Wayne Henry and him never ask him nothing about that recession, Raleigh. What caused that recession in 2024 where we had 3 quarters of negative growth?
Just the negative policies that was being pursued and then came buried.
So that has nothing to do with the world climate.
No, man, that's bad management, man. The man them don't have no growth strategy, brother. You ever hear them talk about growth and tell us that these are the things that we're going to do, grow the economy? No. All them focus on is on the debt to GDP ratio. That's their economic main variable.
Raleigh.
Yeah, and they're still going in the same direction right now. Bank of Jamaica mopped up another 16 billion today.
Talk to me.
They wanted 16 billion. I'm telling you how much the man then pumped in today. Yep. That still continues with the demand management policies. Yep.
So BOJ still a mop up liquidity.
Yeah, despite the fact that the economy is in a significant slump. So they wanted 16 and they got $24 billion.
So the private sector is willing to push in the money to get that 6%. It's still at 6%?
Then if you have an interest rate regime and you are taxing and all of those things, and you can get 6% per annum for my money without having a sweat and a run up and down, that is what I'm going to do.
So there's no encouragement for investment in Jamaica right now?
No, because taxes are hostile to investment. Mr. Mahfoud does expanding plan and the Prime Minister opening plan, and then a week after I end up a tax the man wickedly.
I heard, I don't remember who, I think it was Mr. McConnell, was asking if they were going to tax syrup and sugar and those kind of sweeteners. They are going to tax those too?
Yeah, man, we need clarity on those. Those are some of the things that they will have to explain to the public.
If they're going to tax condensed milk and all of them something.
Condensed milk and all of those things. Yeah, man. So the public needs more clarity. Yeah. So that's why I'm telling you this thing like very hard, because it goes right across the board in terms of all of the things that the basic household use. At the same time, yeah. Because one thing, is that the households and the workers will be required to pay the bulk of the taxes. $329 billion in GCT, $342 billion in income tax. Workers will have to pay $181 billion out of the income tax thing that they expect to collect. So the workers are going to be heavily affected. The environmental tax will affect the workers. All of the about those things will be increased. So all the contents of those packages will have to be increased. So your box food you buy up on the road and the phone box, it have to go up because your tax will go up on the phone box and all of them something.
Wow.
So the vulnerable, a big lick for the vulnerable, although the minister said they were protecting the vulnerable. So you see the contradictions, as I tell you.
Constant contradiction.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You're protecting the vulnerable, but yet you tax them. Somebody was saying, Raleigh, that what the government should have done if they were going to put on tax, just put on a 1% on GCT across the board. What are your views on that?
Well, again, the same people would be affected. Because the poor consumes more as a proportion of their income than the rich. So the poor people would still feel it the most.
And you have more poor people than rich people, way more.
Than rich people, yeah, man. So my thing would have been, if you have to tax the people, then you'd have to reduce the interest rates. Give back some of the tax to the banking sector in terms of cutting the asset tax and reduce the interest rates so that the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises people, business people can go to the banks and get money for borrow. Stop the Bank of Jamaica from mopping up liquidity. Yeah, so it shows that the thing wasn't well thought out, because if them they think about that, them should call the governor of the Bank of Jamaica, call the president of the Jamaica Bankers Association, call the president of the PSOG and say, yo, what tax the people them, but we have to put them in a position that them can pay the tax without too much cutback. Yeah. So you are going to know, as part of the tax, we will give back a part of the tax to you, the banking sector, by reducing the asset tax. And why you bring down the rates them. And Bank of Jamaica, why you stop mop up liquidity and put some money in the system so that business people can get money.
But that not look nowhere close, Raleigh. That look like a pipe dream. Yeah? Stop mopping up liquidity to the Bank of Jamaica sound like a pipe dream. That not nowhere close.
Means that but hold on. The point I make is that the Minister of Finance would have sit down with them and them would have come out with a plan in that regard. What happens that the Bank of Jamaica do its own thing and the government do its own thing, and both things are negative to the economy. That's the point I make. The government is taxing you, taking away your disposable income, and the Bank of Jamaica is keeping interest rates high and taking money out of the system when the system needs more money. That's the point I make. So the two of them are take out money out of the system.
But are they aware that the system need more money, Raleigh, or that's just your opinion that the system need more money? Because they are taking money every week.
Well, Colin, if the man them competent and not do them work, I mean, them think they are economics 101. So if them don't know them think that them should need to work with them, Simple.
But obviously, Raleigh, if you are right, then they don't know, because which week from the year start them not take out money out of the economy?
Well, a long time I tell the public, so they don't know what them do. From 9 o'clock, them tell us they don't know what them do. And see everything I play up. Yeah, a long time. I tell the people them say them don't know what them doing.
So the country will crash.
I hope our people, well, we see it already, man. Remember before COVID-19, the economy was decelerating. After COVID-19, we had 10 consecutive quarters of deceleration. I hope our people forget that. So because them tell us that the economy will grow. The economy was a recover from COVID-19 at a slower pace with each quarter. It was recovery, it was not growth. Yeah? Because remember, the economy dropped by 12% in a COVID-19. So each quarter, you climb out of the hole, but you climb out of the hole at a slower pace than the previous quarter. That is what happened. And then came Beryl and push it down back in the hole. Yeah? And now comes Melissa. Yeah. So the thing was always in a situation where the economy was always in a hole. Yeah. And them tell you and use PR and tell you so when you climb out of the hole and grow, you grow.
And some people,
so the reality
some people carry that line.
Yeah, man, of course. So the reality is show up now. Yeah, because all Clark was doing is keeping the economy in the world while impaired on the debt. Because once you not spend on capital, then the economy not gonna grow. Once you not export, the economy not gonna grow. Remember the definition of the economy is C plus I plus G plus X minus M. So if you always send money to foreign, more money than you collect from foreign, I shrink the economy, I shrink. So when you run trade deficit, the economy shrink. If you not have remittances and tourism are coming for pay them something there. So if the trade deficit are run at a higher level than then thing that the economy are shrink. If you take more from the people in terms of taxes, then the economy are shrink. If the government are collect more from the people and spend less, which is what them always do, it means that the economy are shrink. So that is why the economy couldn't grow on a clock, and them do the same thing now.
So the GDP, your gross domestic product, will shrink.
Yeah, of course.
But based on the numbers that you are seeing in the budget papers, it is saying that our GDP has grown.
No, but hold on. What people don't understand, and that's the next thing people have to understand. Growth is measured by real GDP. So we have nominal GDP, which is inflation GDP, and real GDP. So real GDP is the measure of growth, and real GDP has been declining.
Oh.
So those are things, some of the distinctions that people don't understand. That is why I tell you that the country need a whole part economic lessons. A lot of the media people don't understand that. A lot of the people who are chat up about economics don't understand that. A lot of the government people don't understand that either.
So you are saying that the government is lacking knowledge as it relates to the economy of the country?
All part of minister them, all part of them, Prime Minister to Nigel Clark to, yeah, because Nigel Clark was mostly at the accounts, they never had the economics.
Then if they are so then if they are lacking Ralston, then what are we operating on right now? What is the future looking like for Jamaica?
Very bleak. And that is why we need more financial education in the country. So when them chat them foolishness, we can tell the people themselves foolishness them at time. Because many people know the distinction between growth and recovery. And that is why them continue to tell the people themselves they grow when they recover. Similarly, many people know the distinction between nominal GDP and real GDP. Nominal GDP is GDP before adjustment for inflation.
Yes.
Real GDP is GDP after adjustment for inflation. That's the universal measure of growth. Yeah.
Da da dee, da da do.
Understand those subtle distinctions. Yeah.
Did Ralston hear what Pastor Personal for the GLP was saying about him? How name sir?
No, no, better.
Pastor Personal was saying about Ralston. We don't know that. So why did they demand? And take more salary? That's the politician. Them says a long time they never get no raise.
Yeah, that was another bad example because the people who really do the work are the ones who are underpaid. So you get efficiency if you underpay the people. And you say you want more brighter people in politics. You don't want more brighter people in the civil service, brighter doctors, brighter nurses, brighter teachers. Where you want them to go and go foreign, which is what happened.
Well,
and that is what shut up. That is what shut up the wage bill now, and that is why it come back now to the problem, because the top people get all of them money. They're pushing up the wage bill now to $519 billion, and then when you add the employer contribution to $555 billion, that's the level of the wage bill of the current budget. And that is the big problem now, and that is why they must say the workers should be more sacrificed, because
what's the wage
now
bill?
become $555 billion.
555 billion, over half a trillion.
That's more than half of the revenues that they plan to collect. The debt service charges are $370 billion. So between debt and wages is 65% of the budget. The capital budget is only 12.75% of the budget. To tell the pastor to check them numbers if you know anything about numbers.
Well, I don't know if a good or bad him say about it. The person just write it. Maybe the person need to tell us what the pastor said about Ralston. But Ralston, anything you want to leave with us this evening? We're going to let you go.
Well, what we're saying is that given the tax package, the future of the economy is not looking good, because the masses of the people are going to feel a heavy burden. Taxes shrink your disposable income, and it is disposable income from consumers and investment by businesses which drive growth. So if you reduce the consumer's disposable income and impose higher costs on business in terms of interest rates or energy charges and all of those things, and you continue to run massive trade deficits, it means that the economy is going to continue to shrink and the people's standard of living is going to continue to decline. The only saving grace that would add some balance to the thing right now is for the Bank of Jamaica to reduce the interest rates and stop mopping up liquidity and provide some stimulus to the business people who want money for restart or expand them business, develop a proper growth strategy, focus on agriculture, energy, the creative industries, logistics, and all of those things. All those things need lower interest rates. The junior stock market, the micro stock market is expected to come on stream. The higher interest rates is going to stifle it. So the only way you can have some balance right now, interest rates must come down. The federal funds rate, the American interest rates, is between 3.5% and 3.75%. There's no reason why the Bank of Jamaica's benchmark rate should still be at 5.75% when the BOJ has $6.7 billion in reserves, can defend the dollar at 160. You know what the dollar closed at today? 156 and change.
156.
What is it that you have to show for that? Yep.
So what are they doing, Ralston? What is happening? Something good is happening in Jamaica. Something good must be happening for the dollar to be revalued.
No, that's not good. If you ask anybody who export, who used to get 160 money, and now them at 156, then you see the problem that we're talking about, because nothing has happened to change that. We haven't been exporting anymore. The trade deficit is widening. The inflation rate is still higher than our trading partners. So how is the dollar appreciating so rapidly? I just think the money am dealing, man.
Ralston.
So the money just buy raw material and capital goods at 161, and now they might get them revenues at 156. How that help them? Bad policy.
Tell me something, Ralston. The government had projected that foreign direct investment would be what? $3 billion 2024, 2025? Have we seen any of that? How much of that?
No, the Bank of Jamaica last year for the calendar year, FDI flows was just over $300 million, coming from almost $1 billion in 2016. So that again tell you about policy. That's why I must watch numbers. So despite the fact that them said the debt to GDP fall would lead to an increase in investor confidence. Yeah? In 2016, we got more foreign direct investment than in 2024, when the debt to GDP ratio was higher in 2016. So there's no correlation between those things.
So
never be scientific. This thing and start up more.
So that projection last year, that projection failed. What are they projecting for 2025, 2026? 2026, 2027, sorry. For foreign direct investment.
Them say over the 3-year period, they're going to give you the details of them. So over the 3-year period, they expect $2.4 billion. So even if you annualize it and say, well, we could say $800 million per year over a 3-year period, When I see that happen in this environment, particularly now when international investors hear about the tax, you tell man them say you increase them tax even before them start rebuild and all of those things. Those things send a bad signal to the investing community. Plus, you have all of the problems and uncertainty with Trump and all of those kind of mix up.
And the government is planning to add 5% tax next year on the tourism industry. Then you're going to see more people going to go to Dam Rep?
That's the point. No, well, I'm saying some of the hoteliers and some of the people who would want to come here in terms of because this have affect the hoteliers them. Some of them might say, boy, yeah, we don't remember to come to Jamaica because before we even start repair the damage caused by the hurricane, you send a signal to us that you're going to tax us. That's why.
Raleigh, thanks for the time.
Investors look at signaling.
Yes.
Yeah, man. All right, so blessed.
One love.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Blessed.
That was Ralston Iman, top financial analyst in Jamaica. I realize that quite a few people are chomping at the bit. If we need to get back to Ralston, we will get back to him. You know, so this happened yesterday. This same thing happened yesterday, you know. And I don't know how to fix it. Immediately, Ralston came off yesterday evening. This phone freeze up on me. But, my people, we have to, as a nation, get serious about what is it that we need to do. We have to get serious. We can't continue just sit down and people tell we are whole heap of lies and can we, and then we just behave like we're stupid in this. No, we have to start doing better, my people. Let me give you all another number to call because right now this phone is giving me some problem. Let me just look for the other number that you can call me on. Call me on 1-876-202-9201. That's 1-876-202-9201 till I can get back this phone here sorted out. So if you're calling on the 804, you're not going to the phone stick. So call me on 1-876-202-9201. Call me on that number. I'll be able to take your calls there on WhatsApp. So if you're calling me on 804-7072, you're not going to get through. Sister Tanya, good evening. How are you? Sister Babette, good evening. Peace be still. Yeah, man. Big up on yourself. 876-202. 876-202-9201. Let me put it in the chat room. Anybody want to call and talk? If you're calling on the 804, please stop. The phone stick. You're not going to get through. So it's 1-876-202-9201. That's the number to call right now. That's where I can take a call or two. And the person still trying to ring this phone. And I don't know. The phone won't even lock off. Because then if it lock off, I maybe could have restarted. But it would even shut down. So we're taking your calls on another line. Just put it in the chat room. 1-876-202-9201. All right. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Yes, sir. Hold on. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you clearly.
I am hearing you now. Go ahead. I know why you need to hear me. That's all right.
All right, evening.
Yeah, man.
This one is for Ralston because this is something that I think is spiraling, and I'm not sure where it's gonna go, but I think it's gonna seriously affect, I guess, the economy because of what people has to be spending more. I was driving the other day and I got to a place in Connecticut, stopping looking for a breakfast. And I tried to ask man if they had ackee and saltfish. And them say yes. I said, I think it's a small one with food. The lady said to me, we don't sell ackee in small, and a medium is going to cost $26. $26 yes, a medium ackee breakfast. No,
$26.
$26 for
What?
a medium ackee breakfast. This a breakfast used to cost $10, $11, you know.
I know it's gone to $26 because it's ackee.
Yeah.
How will you now say?
So my question to Ralston is, based on the fact that I've just listened to you and I heard you say that one of the things that we needed to have as a mainstay for any recovery and growth is export, which is supposed to bring in US dollars. Where are we going when like these kind of things, where I guess it's because of the tariffs, right, Colin?
Possibly.
And on top of the tariffs, when you have stuff like that, people inflate their prices as a result. So they put on 10% on, say, ackee. Then people go and go up 20% to them cost at the finished product. My question to Ralston is, what is our outlook now, knowing that since COVID stumbled the recovery and goat, Beryl, and now Melissa?
Yeah.
What is our outlook, knowing that, one, we should have been producing export quantity, material, goods, whatever. And on top of that, now we have stuff like the tariff measures and that stuff. What is our outlook like now? My question to Ralston is based on these things, because there are things to look at.
All right, so with Ralston gone, but all of that outlook is dismal,
Yeah.
But we can get him back if we need to. All of that outlook is dismal because, and like we are produce, we are export more at any point at all.
And the hurricanes have pushed us further back.
Exactly, because as I said to Ralston earlier, St. Elizabeth, which is recognized as Jamaica food basket, has been severely damaged.
Sri Lanka, anywhere we get some yam from and them kind of something.
Exactly.
Get beat up. So the food belt then, we can say the food belt.
Yes, the major food belt.
Serious kick in the you-know-where.
And you see, we had warned this government, when they were giving away the $11.4 billion, we were saying to them, man, use that $11.4 billion and give farmers cheap loan. Yeah? Give the farmers them cheap loan so the farmers them can go farm more. A man who have 100 goat, bring him up to 1,000.
Yep.
Yeah, but they don't listen because they
produce and him can have a little money in the bank.
Yeah, they were focusing on buying the election. So, guess they were successful at doing that.
And in the process, we are now further back than where we were supposed to be. Further back than where we are, where we were, and further back than where we will be able to go based on increments of time.
So what they have done was give the people $20,000 to keep them in poverty. And the people take it and say yes.
February, no, Colin. In 3 months, March, April, May, in 4 months, another hurricane season starts.
Yeah. And what have they done for the people who were affected by the hurricane? Give them $70,200 or $500,000. Can that put them in a better position than they were before Hurricane Melissa?
That is not even enough to help them put back a roof over their heads.
So,
and
God
if you have
forbid,
a roof over your head, or you're going to plant field or open a factory.
God forbid we get 3 straight, then problem.
Well, that was my little question there.
All right,
because I've always been thinking, production, export, foreign exchange builds you. Take it easy, Colin. That was my point. I was hoping Ralston could have knocked something on it, but take care.
Yeah, man. 876-804-7072. We're trying to bring on Al Edwards tomorrow evening, another financial analyst in Jamaica. See if we can get a different perspective. Because, you see, some people are of the opinion that we're anti-government. No, we are not anti-government. We are for Jamaica. And if the government is not on the right track, somebody must tell them that they're not on the right track. And I keep warning the Prime Minister, you know. Stop listening to the choir. You need to listen to objective voices. People that are not on your choir, sir. That you can see another view of what you are doing. Because the country now run good. You did say it, you know. The country now run good. And the misinformation is coming from all about. When you have the finance minister saying this, hold on.
percent wipeout of GDP. The 41%, member, is a measure of the damage relative to your GDP. It doesn't mean 41% of your GDP is wiped out, right? It's measurement versus the GDP for 20.
Ease out. You hear what she just said? It does not mean 41% of your GDP is wiped out. No, my people, listen to this tape here from the same lady.
2025, which is identified as the costliest in the nation's history, causing estimated damage in excess of US $8.8 billion, approximately 41% of 2024 GDP. These events have imposed a significant financial burden, contributing to a projected decline in real GDP of 0.5% and 4.5% for the 2024-25 and 2025-26 fiscal periods.
Ease out. Remember what she just said. She just said it no mean say 41% wipeout. But now she's saying it costs significant financial burden. I don't understand these people. Where them take with for? Eh? What they take us for? Them not think say we have memory, and them not realize that the technology has changed. This is not the analog age. This is the digital age where all Mickey and go back and find the clip. It bad. It bad. The phone line is back. 876-804-7072. Lord, what if Marsha mind? Marsha call me so straight. Eh? Something the Marsha mind. Man, I call me straight. What is on your mind, Mr. Marsh? Eh? But people, the truth must be revealed. No matter how them go on. Yes, sir.
Yeah, blessing just a bit again.
Yeah, man.
What I did I say was that the same pastor personnel where Perry went on his live. I was watching his live
When
last
name
night.
pastor personnel? You mean neighbor?
Neighbor.
Hello.
Neighbor. Constantly I call him pastor. That neighbor personnel.
Yeah.
You know, listen to I speak because I
him say something about Ralston?
Listen, man, him say, man.
What him say
play
about
the clip
Ralston?
of the interview. Him played the clip of the interview with you and Ralston yesterday.
Oh?
The conversation we did have about the whole economy and stuff like that.
Yes.
And the first thing we went out of our mouth was, if people listen to Ralston Hyman and think say him then nowhere near Mr. King or whatever the person named Ralston Hyman name out yesterday, saying that's the person who's advising them. He must say, if people listen to him and think he's nowhere near that man, they might drink rum just like him.
Oh?
Also, you have people in the comment section that say, yo, that man is nowhere near Mr. King. And I start laugh. I say them people have sense. Them really understand what economy really means. It was crazy last night listening to. So I me that say in the comment section say if him here or him see.
No,
How
but
them
you
a
see,
try to disrespect. And I say him need to come a king class to
got
come learn
King
this economic
class.
business.
What prediction King has ever made that come true? Oh,
I
yes.
saw somebody asking that question.
Yes, King
Also,
said the government are going to put on tax per way in this budget here, and they are putting it on. That is what King said. That are come true. King said the government are going to tax way. One King, and the government are tax way. One King. Tell her.
yes, I call back for say that me did I try to explain
Tell
in the
neighbor
comment section.
that we will facilitate a debate between Ralston Hyman and Damian King and say who know the numbers and who have the history.
Funny enough, somebody asked him why he wouldn't do a debate with you, and him laugh, him couldn't answer the question.
I am ready to
Somebody
debate
literally
neighbor. I will go on neighbor platform because I try go on a couple times on them black eye. I will go and I will invite him over here. In fact, I don't have to invite nobody because we don't use box where we can block nobody. We use a phone number 876-1876-804-7072. Anybody call, we answer the phone. Anybody at all. And we welcome the labor right to come challenge what we are saying over here.
Man, make I laugh last night. I swear to you.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't be surprised if they are on the payroll of the government bloggers. The payroll where George Davis talk about.
He is. George Davis and all of them depending, man. Then only people which is not well thinking Jamaicans them can tell them that they're from payroll because there's no way.
Me say, me want Perry go back over there with the information them that we have armed him with. The information them we put out, because then we accept Perry, then not accept we. See? Because I have a bunch of liars who come on with him, you know. Me watch him couple times, you know. Because I don't know if me a follow him or him a follow me, but every time I scroll through TikTok, I buck up him live. Yeah. And
no,
when I buck up him live,
algorithm, because me not follow him neither. I mean, I really watch them live, but you have from time to time when you scroll,
yeah, man. Every time me scroll, me see him. Hey, has he ever been off the net though? My God.
No.
My nose are frank.
All right, then, Mr.
But they must challenge Ralston number. Don't tell a lie for Ralston about drink rum. Ralston don't even drink. But you don't know that.
Yeah.
But maybe them have to drink this whole heap of rum before they come on. Thanks, Carla.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But I am happy that they are watching. So obviously they're learning. Marsh, what happened to you? Marshy. Breaking news.
See, mama, people on the run can hear this. Anybody listen to 7 o'clock news?
Wait, sir.
You hear anything yet, sir?
The drug boss?
Darrell Vaz said they won't be bothering with the used school bus anymore. Bang! They are going to buy new bus instead.
They're not so shocked of him, sir. Hold on, but we still want to see the receipt for those that came.
We want the receipt. How much
Marshy,
money left?
where you
because
sell
the new bus, where them are going to tell you about, you will never see that the new bus anytime soon.
Marshy.
This is a way to keep us quiet.
Marshy, where you sell it a while?
Darrell Vaz just said on 7 o'clock news, they won't be pursuing any more of the used bus. Not that those bus was not performing, but they are going to buy new school bus instead. Jesus, what a settlement and damn thief! Because the rest of the money can't get account for.
Well, it have to give account. We have to get account for that money. It can't go so.
We need it.
It cannot go so.
When they tell you about new bus now, then just keep it quiet. I will not say anything more.
You hear,
and then
hold on.
Down the road, then, yeah?
You hear anything about a drug bus? Or one of them company they were sending things are foreign? I seen something.
No, I do.
I seen something about a major drug bus at one of them company there.
Something on a FedEx as we speak. Police block it off and enter the building. Nobody can go in or out.
Well, that's
at FedEx and Halfway Tree Road, right as we speak.
Well, I just get that in my inbox. Breaking news: major drug bust at that company on Halfway Tree Road. And you are saying
right,
that police...
That's right at FedEx, FedEx company.
Oh, so we don't know if it's FedEx, but it's right where they are on Halfway Tree Road.
Yes, it's right. It's FedEx building. Man, what are people in cookish, man? So you still like how they now bother with the use bus? We're not going to say anything more. So that money gone.
So when we did say the money could have buy 100 brand new coaster, oh, some people that run off them out like a garbage we attack. We could have bought brand new buses. We had $1.4 billion. Why you take the money and go buy old bus? Hey. Think it a go so?
No, man.
Think we are let him off? You think we are let him off? Eh? You think so we are let him off?
You have to do your work tomorrow. You have to do your investigation.
Yes.
We couldn't make a program done. I'm not get to tell nothing to you,
brother. Let me just say that's why I say I wonder what Marcia call. So what?
Yes,
a 9 missed call me see from you. Hey.
Yeah, man, I decided to have to get the program tonight again.
Hey.
The man, them now bother with the use bus them anymore.
London Bridge is falling down.
So
everybody
now,
are talking about...
I need somebody to ask about the next 50 bus now, you know.
Brother Gary. Hold on. Brother Gary. You did hear they say the government build urban center out of St. Thomas, Brother Gary? Well, I want you to listen to the man who tell you, say, the urban center privately built. Thank you, Marshy. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, every time.
One love.
11, and I gather we have again Mr. Shirley. Mr. Shirley, Chairman of the Factories Corporation of Jamaica. You were about to answer my questions. Why is it that the FCJ says it's not in a position to issue certificates for your tenants to occupy the building units now? And why JPS and NWC have not been sorted out?
My listeners and viewers, let me tell you something. We are in serious times. Serious times we're in. And the people of Jamaica need to understand that technology is taking over and they are tricking the people of Jamaica. But time is the master and time waits on no man. It cannot be that you take $1.4 billion buy all bus, put to picnic them pan. Yeah? And information is that some of our children are being affected by the air quality in those buses. But you know, Tom drunk, but Tom no fool. And God on time, we say God on time. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you, everybody. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, right here on Portland Spice TV, the Colin Bell Show. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. Share up the channel. One love, my people. May the good Lord bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, Louis Culture, take us out.
Subscribe, share, Portland Spice TV.
Hold on, Louis Culture. Louis Culture.
Tell them to try pre-wee, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-wee, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture say it once and we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus match where we rip off. Subscribe, share, Portland Spice TV is here. Woo!
Blessings, everybody. One love. See you tomorrow evening. Peace be with you.